Hey, Brian from Garage Mahal. Today I have a water timer, one zone, and on decided box, let's see what it covers. It says it has a rain delay, automatic watering, manual watering, next irrigation time reminder, low voltage indicator, and easy turn off all plants, one zone digital water timer. Okay, so that's what the other side of the box looks like. So pretty neat all the way around. So let's open up, see what we get inside. So basically, a couple things in here. Okay, that's just kind of like the spacer. So we'll just put the box off onto the side for a quick second. So this is your instruction manual. So it's got a bunch of different functions in there, ways to set this up. So a timer, digital timer. So it has some miscellaneous pieces to it. Let's see what comes in here. Okay, so it looks like a little bit of Teflon tape, a little hose adapter, and then this is the water timer itself. Okay, so that is it in a nutshell. And then on the back, this is your battery compartment, and it does take two AA batteries, so let me get those, so stand by. Okay, so I have my two AA batteries, and let me put these in here. Okay. Okay, so that's basically up and running. So you can hit off, auto. I'm not sure how it senses rainwater, but we can figure that out later on. So it's got your clock, start time, so how long. Really easy to program, basically up and down, back to off. So these are your different buttons on there. So again, like if you were going to set the clock, so set the clock for 24-hour time, hit OK, time, what time is it? It is like 4:30 p.m. Okay, hit OK, so that's going to switch over to the next digits, and we get it at 4:33. Alright, so that's the time, 4:33. Hit OK. So now you basically have it set. You can set it up for whatever times you need. So I like, yeah, you can set for military time, 24-hour time. So I think I'm probably going to keep it on that. I kind of like the whole military time. So start time. So let's say, so it's got it set for like 6:30 in the morning. We're going to do probably, let's say, after 8 o'clock, like 8:30 in the morning. And the best time to water your lawn is obviously in the morning. If you go, or at nighttime. If you go any later in the day, 11, 12, 1 o'clock, what happens is the sun rays is so powerful coming down, the water droplets will actually act like magnifying glasses and actually burn your grass. So you definitely don't want to do that. So I think 8:30 is probably going to be the latest. Earlier the better when you want to do this. So in fact, I'm going to like actually backstep. I think I'm going to set it for like 5:30 in the morning. I don't think anyone in my house is up at that point. So, and I'll have it run for a half an hour. So how long? So you can set for minutes. So I'm just going to have it run for 20 minutes. So just do like a quick water over the lawn, and I think that will be good. How often? And it's going to be like how often you want it to come on. So you can go for how many hours you want it to come on. So if you want to go on a cycle, you want it to run every hour or something for 20 minutes, the first couple hours in the morning, that's great. So that way the ground doesn't get muddy, it gets like wet and damp. You can set for how many days. So if you want it to run for every like 3 days is probably good, depending on the climate that you live in. If you live a little bit drier, you might have it go like once a day, and then that's it. You basically just set it to auto, and then it will automatically turn on when it's ready to go. It does have a manual section that you can hold that in and manual, and then it would be like for how many minutes that you want to go for. So let's say you want to just go for like 5 minutes. Your dog's peed on your lawn and you want to like rinse that down. It's probably what I'm going to be using it for. So we just have it run for a couple minutes, and then you hit OK, and then it will basically open up and it will start pumping water through. So looks like, let me get this. I'm going to have to look at the manual, but I would think that the water probably goes down through the top and out through the bottom. But let's double check that in the directions. Okay, so yes, that is correct. So the water goes in through here. So your hose comes out of your faucet, your spigot goes into here, and then this will come out and this will go to your like lawn sprinkler or sprinkler system or whatever you're going to be using for that. So yeah, so that is that, and it has a different hose adapter depending on your sprinkler system. So this is kind of like for like some of those quick connect garden hoses, garden mechanisms, whatever you have going on. And again, it gives you a little bit of Teflon tape so you can make a decent connection. So, but anyway, let's go outside, hook it up to the hose, and see how it works, and we will go from there. So stay tuned. All right, so we are outside, and I just tested it out, so it's kind of like wet. What we'll do is we'll set the start time. Let's see what the clock is set for. 53. So we'll set it for a minute from now. So we'll set it for 55, and then we'll set it to auto. So in 1 minute that will go off. So let's get it hooked up. Okay, I'll turn the water on. So in 1 minute, I'll show how that turns on. So that's how that works. And then that's your off. And then we'll hook it up to the hose and we'll set it up to the sprinkler and we'll see how that works. Okay, so we got set for 57. Timer just turned on. And then there's your sprinkler. Anyway, Brian from Programmable. Thanks for watching, and be safe out there.